My girlfriend may go on a vacation with her ex-husband and their kids. I have been with my girlfriend for 4 years. I have never been married nor do I have children. My girlfriend has been married. They divorced 5 years ago and she has 2 daughters with her ex, now 9 and 11. We do not live together but do spend a lot of time together and have discussed marriage in our future. A few weeks ago, I overheard that her ex is taking the kids on a Hawaiian vacation during Thanksgiving break and he wants my girlfriend to go, and she said she was considering it. We have not discussed this, but I have been thinking about it a lot because, to be honest, it bothers me. When her and I began dating 4 years ago, I fully understood that her ex would be in the picture because of the kids. And because she is a mother, the kids would come first. For the first couple years, her and her ex would do a lot of the holidays together and special events. I've always been fine with this and very understanding and supportive of their amicable divorce and the needs of the children. In the last year, they've also started doing a few longer day trips with their kids, such as going on hikes or to amusement parks, just the 4 of them. These were not for any special event such as a birthday, and to be honest it did bother me a little. We talked briefly about it and she continues to assure me that the relationship is long dead, just as it had been when they divorced and when she met me. She has made it seem as if this is done for the sake of her daughters. But this trip to Hawaii feels like it is crossing a boundary for me. Am I being unreasonable? Here are the thoughts I've been ruminating about. First, I have asked her to plan a Hawaiian vacation with me for the past 2 summers, but we could never fit it into both our summer schedules. It bothers me that now she may do this vacation with her ex. Second, Thanksgiving is the only holiday that my girlfriend spends with my extended family. Her ex takes the kids with him, so she comes with me to visit my family, and it is literally the only holiday that she spends with them. It bothers me that she would sacrifice that time when every other holiday is spent with her family. Third, though she hasn't said that the reason she is considering going would be for her kids, that is the reason she gave for these day trips over the past year, so I assume that is what she would tell me again. But why would it matter to the girls now? My girlfriend and her ex have been separated for over 5 years, and they didn't go on any vacations together with them for all of that time. Now all of a sudden this is something that may be important for them. That reasoning would seem disingenuous to me. And fourth, I am trying to build a strong emotional connection with my girlfriend for a future together and she states that she wants to do the same, but this causes me to question how much I trust her feelings. She had told me that her ex has said things such as "I will never find a woman as good as you." And she also states that she wants to keep her connection to this person who was part of her life for 13 years. I have no idea of the planned accommodations, but I assume they would all be in one hotel room. That feels unacceptable for me. And even if they had separate rooms, I still don't like this idea. I might be selfish, but I think her connection with him should be ever fading while our connection growing stronger. This vacation plan worries me about how it might affect our feelings for one another. My view is that if she wants to go on a vacation with her girls to Hawaii, then she should plan one with me. I am very close with her daughters and we have gone on trips together. I accept that she is obviously going to continue to interact with the girls and her ex, but taking week-long vacations together seems inappropriate. So these are my feelings that I have not shared with my girlfriend yet, nor any family and friends. Before I do anything, because I do feel befuddled here and like I might just be overthinking, I'd love to read any opinions from the totally neutral Reddit community. Is this vacation idea for divorcees normal? Am I being selfish with my thoughts I expressed? Do I need to accept this type of vacations and activities if I'm going to continue in our relationship? Am I being unreasonable? Am I jealous when I shouldn't be? Should I discuss these feelings with my girlfriend? Comment. Has her ex been in any relationships since the divorce? There is no way I would accept this in your situation. Yes, her kids need to be a priority, but so should you. You are not being selfish, and no, you don't need to be accepting of this type of thing. School events and activities the children are doing where the parents are there to be supportive? Sure. Planned vacations and the like? No. This should be done separately, her ex on his time and her on her time. They should not be planning those type of things together if they want to have serious relationships with other people. BTW, she should want you to go along, not just begrudgingly allow it after being guilt or pushed. It feels like she is treating you like a FWB, or at the very least not caring how this would affect you and your relationship. I'm going to come at this from a different perspective. My parents divorced when I was 13 and their relationship was amicable. We did family vacations together and most holidays. It was honestly the best. Everyone got along and I didn't feel like my family was ripped apart. When my mom started seeing my stepdad, he started joining us on our holidays and vacations. He is actually very close to my dad now. They play pool and shoot darts together once a week. I would suggest you ask if you can attend the vacation as well. Not to take time away from her ex with the kids, but more so that you can be involved in their family dynamic. Also, just going to point out the line, I've asked her to plan us a Hawaii vacation for the past 2 summers but it hasn't worked out. Why is she the only one planning? Planning an entire vacation by herself is a daunting task and her ex just took that off her plate. Just wanted to point out that perspective. Like, yeah, they've been together 4 years, why isn't he coming too? That's the bigger question. I mean, they are both in their 40s, after 4 years together and them not living together yet even sounds a bit like her and him just playing house and him to her, or neither of them really viewing the other as a permanent partner, which may be because she views her ex as the only life partner she'll have. I'm pretty sure my ex-wife views me as that. Some people do that, they get divorced, have passing romantic relationships, but never life partners again. I see it from where you're coming from. It's an odd situation to be in. However, I see why she would want to go. Vacation with the kids is completely different. She doesn't want to miss out on those memories and experiences. Can boundaries be crossed between her and her ex? Sure, but that's a chance it can happen anywhere. I do think that with it being an extended vacation and the like, it feels different, but if you trust her, you trust her. I'd bring it up to her. You've been seeing her for 4 years. Maybe discuss you going as well? You don't have to do the family stuff with them, but you and your GF could get some time in the evenings and alternating days or whatever. You can hang by beach, golf, and do a bunch of other stuff down there. That means you miss Thanksgiving with your extended family, but things get complicated with blended families and relationships with people who have kids. Next story 2. Am I expecting too much? For context, I'm and have dated my boyfriend for 7 months now. We met through Instagram, funny enough, and live an hour apart. His family love me and he loves my family, everything's great for the most part. There are doubts at times on my end though. Today he said he knew I was sad over call as I was quiet. I asked him, why didn't you ask if I was okay, and he said, well, I know you'll be okay. In my head it's just like, he didn't ask what was wrong, or how he could help. When talking to him now I just get this feeling of not wanting to speak at all. However, everything is fine in person. And he's got this male friend who he constantly invites to game with us. He will stay on call to me but constantly type to him and I'm just not included. I've expressed this before, but in his eyes it has to be 50-50 between me and this guy. I've expressed how sometimes I'd like it to just be us spending time together, but even then they'll be chatting in Discord for the 1 hour me and him spend together online after he's been at work. He's never got me flowers, and for our 6-month I had to buy a card, after waiting for a month, to get him to write in. He's only had one girlfriend before, and he's from up north, so the men up there tend to be quite blunt and have a is what it is attitude. But I'm just questioning whether I hang in there because I love him, or do something about it. We've had multiple talks but nothing really helps. He's done great things for me, but it's the small things he fails to do. Telling me I'm beautiful in person without being prompted, and just simple things like that. He is great, I love him. But there's certain things like this where I'm just like upset about and I don't know what to do. Am I expecting too much? Comment. He sounds like a dick and this won't change. You seem to have low and basic expectations which he can't meet. Just break it off early. I agree with the other commenter that your expectations are definitely reasonable, but I'm not entirely in accordance with the flat leave him sentiment. As a guy, I understand his perspective and can tell you that he probably finds conveying feelings online a struggle. Sounds to me like your differing personalities are not a good match for each other. It's entirely okay to have expectations as to how you want to be treated in a relationship. You know what you want and need. Unfortunately, your BF will likely never be able to meet those needs. He can only be who he is. Bottom line, you two don't appear to be compatible in areas that are important to you. Listen to your heart, and the unbiased advice here on Reddit, and do what's best for you.